the Flagellant guide, how to play the Flagellant. All builds for all subclasses of the Flagellant in the game. Let's not waste time, let's go. What is the Flagellant? Flagellant is probably the most overpowered class in a game. Yes, this hero is absolutely insane and he's probably gonna get nerfed. What he does is basically everything. He soaks up damage, he heals, he stress heals everyone, he removes all negative effects from everyone. He literally does like all of these combined, that all of them that do okay, like blight damage, he's got it. Melee damage, he's got it. Crits, he's got it. Tankiness, he's got it. Like that, this one is all of these combined into one. So due to nerf, but let's make a guide for it. So the best quirks on him are absolutely everything that can give him armor, health, flat damage. It doesn't matter what you want to go for. Even crits work well. The best by far is Defiant. He literally cannot die. Okay, he is an undying hero, especially if you get this. The first in line would be the subclass called Maniac. What he does is crowd control, and that's what he does the best. Now let's see the build. So, this is the perfect build for Maniac. Flat damage with Blight, AoE damage back rows with Blight, Lash Gift for self-heal, more for the Undying option, because he gains this tokens that are called Pain, and for every point of pain he heals up certain amount of health. So he can go up to 3 points, that's 30% healing, absolutely broken. On Pain Plus, he heals 45% HP, broken. So we were at more as the main skill of Flagellant, the one that makes him indestructible basically, and at the end it would be Sepsis, or better to say extra heal. Now this is the perfect build for Maniac, yeah, but considering how OP he is, I would easily remove Sepsis from Maniac, because he doesn't need that much healing, and I would put into Clear Stress. Why Clear Stress? If you give him a trinket for stress resist, and that counts for all subclasses of Flagellant. If you give him trinket for stress, flat stress resist, and if you get a pet for stress resist, he can remove stress from allies and he will negate stress from himself. So that's 5 points, I repeat, 5 points of stress heal. Absolutely OP. So this is what I would remove from Maniac, even though it was invented to play with Sepsis. I believe Endure is far better than Sepsis, and we're gonna need all of this. Also, what you can exchange on a Maniac is Lash Gift. Okay, Lash Gift can be exchanged if you need corpse removal for faster. If not, then you can go with Necrosis. When you play Necrosis, when you got Plague Doctor, Grave Robber, heroes that deal blight damage, alright, this is when you go with Necrosis. So there are 3-4 different ways to play Maniac. It all depends on a team you want to play with. Of course, the only positions where you can play Flagellant, no matter the subclass, would be position 1 and 2. For example, if you don't have a healer in your team, you can easily remove Necrosis for damage and play with Deathless also, so that will be like 5th build for Maniac right now. And there is that build with Sepsis also, where you can steal all negative tokens from your ally, heal them up, and then transfer all of those negative tokens to enemies. Again, 5-6 different ways of how you can play Maniac. Now everything that I said applies also for other subclasses. Exanimate, once he goes into stress, you want to stress out Flagellant only on boss fights, by the way. He doesn't go into a meltdown, he becomes OP, but you only wanna do it during the boss fights, cause allies will lose relations with him. So only for the final boss you will want to stress him out with Endure as much as you can, cause that's how he becomes toxic. Alright, and toxic makes him even more OP. Now depends on a subclass you're playing with. Toxic has different effects. For example, on Exanimate subclass, everyone that hits Flagellant, and he's got a taunt by the way with more, everyone that hits Flagellant will become blighted. And that is the entire difference between Maniac and Exanimate. Now what is the build on Exanimate that I like the most? I like healing over time, or better to say undying. No one can die in your team, you wait for them on Blight. Okay, once you reach some point where you can sacrifice one of these skills, if you're for example stress-free, as I said, this class, subclass, no matter what you pick on a Flagellant, it's pretty much doable with every single skill that you click on. So if your companions are without stress, you're gonna remove Endure and you're gonna go with Necrosis. Or you can remove Necrosis and you can go with Fester for clear corpses if no one has clear corpses. I repeat again, what everyone else does, he does it all. That's how OP he is right now. And he is due to a nerf. The last subclass would be Scourge. Scourge is actually the full support, okay? Full tanky taunter support, where he opens up with more, and now he steals tokens from allies and he transfers negative tokens on enemies. He can also remove Blight, Bleed, Burn, and of course he can heal up for amazing amount of health. So this is like a safe bet, safe version of Flagellant, the Scourge. Now what is the most important skill in the game for the Flagellant to upgrade? It's by far more. That's the first skill that you want to upgrade. Now if you play with a Scourge, you might want to go with Sepsis or something like that for the next one, extra heal if you don't have a healer for the second one. If you play with Maniac, you can upgrade Punish. If you play with Exanimate, you can upgrade Acid Rain. So it all depends out of the subclass what you will upgrade after more. The only thing that matters is more on every single subclass, including the Wanderer class. So this is your bread and butter. What I figured out that works in most team compositions is no matter what subclass, more, Acid Rain, Punish, Necrosis, if you got Blighters. If not, then you're gonna go with Undying and Stress Heal. This is the safe bet until you learn how to rotate skills on the Flagellant. I said that he is the strongest character hero in the game by far, but he is also the hardest one to learn and master and to actually play with success. So there is a penalty in difficulty, okay, of how fast you can learn each hero. Everyone is pretty much easy to learn aside from Occultist, Vestal and Flagellant, okay? Flagellant is the most complicated one to learn and to play with, because he can be played in like 15 different ways. Now imagine when you put tokens on him, okay, different tokens, when you put different trinkets and when you put different quirks. Combinations are limitless on a Flagellant, but it pays off because he's really OP. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you on the next one. Thanks for watching.